Finally, it's on time to unbox and review the WWE Championship Showdown. Andre the Giant versus Hulk, the Immortal Hogan. Let's go. I had these 2-packs over here. I had a bunch of them though, but I had the Hulk. This one's in really good condition here though, but I mean, look at that skull. That's freaking badass. So this is pretty good. $18.99. Yeah, I'm gonna pick these up for sure. From a packaging standpoint, though, this thing wasn't really all that appealing. But I went ahead and saw the old school picture of Hulk Hogan. Then I went ahead and looked at the head sculpt, and it does kind of got that old, like mid to late '80s Hulk Hogan kind of look to it. The Andre the Giant, though, wasn't really too much fan of the head sculpt there. He's got a little bit of smirk on. Almost looks like a smile. If you look at him in the promo right there, he's not smiling at all. I rarely ever saw Andre the Giant smile. Now, I grew up in the 80s watching wrestling, and I loved it. But as far as all the accessories I saw in here, these 2 little tabs and a little stand for the old school World Championship belt that WWF used to have back in the day. On the back, though, it does break down a little bit more stats about everybody. You know, just kind of like the double underhook suplex for Andre the Giant. Just Hogan's leg drop, which is pretty damn effective. I mean, he's got a lot of wins with that thing, even though it's pretty basic from today's standpoint in modern day wrestling. I got a little demonstration of how the wrestlers hook in and how you kind of pose them. I don't know if I'm going to be using these hooks, but we're going to go ahead and open it up. So this case opens up very easy. Went ahead and popped the figures out, though. The belt itself looks in pretty decent shape, though. I mean, it's got a really good representation of the original logo from '87, so yeah. So this was actually the main reason I wanted to pick it up, though. I do not have an Andre the Giant in my collection. Very, very common what he looked like as I remember as a kid with the singlet, though. I also remember back when Andre had a big fro a little bit from just watching old tapes that my man and uncle would record. The head sculpt does have some defects on it. Looks like this is fairly common for this toy line on Andre the Giant. I don't know why they went ahead and just kind of passed through here, though, but it looks like I'm not the only one. So it doesn't bother me that much. This one right here is going to be played and displayed, so I'm going to check it out, though. Next up, though, is going to be Hulk Hogan. Let's pop him loose here. Now, I have several Hulk Hogans, and I can tell right offhand, the look and feel of them is kind of not really I call like a great build. This is obviously, you know, based on a basic line, though. There's nothing really too much about him. He's got a little bit of popping going on in his joints right now. I don't know if it's coming from the cold weather. It's actually really cold down here. But I like the sculpt on the head, though. He's got that wild-eyed look he gets every now and then when he hulked out back in the 80s. He's got a good chunk of his hairline still in there. So after looking a little bit better and I was able to zoom in on my camera, it's got this weird kind of like part in his hair where, you know, they had to add hair for Hogan versus when he didn't have hair. This really doesn't bother me too much, though, because a lot of times the wrestlers are going to be facing this way, and I really didn't spot in the store. A lot of times, you know Hogan with his bandana and everything like that. But it doesn't really ruin the figure, though. So I got both of them hooked into the belt thing right here. Andre's is actually a lot bigger than Hogan's over here, so that's a good plus. But the problem is Hogan doesn't even touch the ground, man. I thought they were both different lengths, but they're both the same length, though. Andre tiptoes. He can still touch the ground, though. I don't know if I'll use these stands. I might use them for something else, but, you know, in all honesty, not a fan of them. And they just don't look right, you know. So I went ahead and put them on the pegs, and there's very limited posability with them. Problem is, these pegs clash with these pegs right here. And it's kind of a shame, though, because for the most part, this could be like a really cool little display. But in all honesty, though, for $20, roughly after tax, you know, you're looking at a nice little kind of showdown area right here. You get an Andre the Giant. It's probably going to be beat up with some paint chips on it, and an old 80s Hulk Hogan, though. So for the price point for $20, definitely pick this up. If you're a fan of either or wrestler, there's better versions of it, though, but this isn't a bad little option. So check it out.